Howdy ho, everybody. Welcome back to the Rocks Roost and Subnautica. Here in the lovely ocean of planet 4546b. Let us go ahead and take stock of what we want to do next. There's several things we could choose from. Going to the Aurora is high on my list. And let's see. Yep, the Sunbeam, it's on its way. They're going to be radioing in when they touch down or when they're about to touch down. We'll keep that in mind. This is something we pulled off the computer in that wreck we visited, where we got the cutter parts, etc. Okay, now, we could make for Lifepod 19... but that is something we're going to save because we need a little bit more depth in our Seamoth for that. We also need to be on the lookout for, let's see, Lifepod 3, I think it is. No, not Lifepod 3. This is not it. Whoops. Codes and clues. Lifepod 6. Lifepod 6. We have not found Lifepod 6 yet, I don't think. No. Okay, so I think for the moment, we should look at going to the Aurora. That was our plan before, and I still think it's a good one. In fact, I'll tell you something. Because there's a lot of stuff we can pick up at the Aurora, we desperately need to not take things we don't absolutely need. We're not going to need the Pathfinder tool over there. We're actually not going to need much food and water because we find some. We're not going to need that power cell. This is one exception where I say always take a power cell. We don't really need to this time. Let's top up food and water. Yeah, it should be fine. And then we'll head over. And it'll be great. Hope everyone is doing well out there that's watching today. That's fine. Hope your life is treating you well and you got a smile on your face. Okay, so there's the wreck. Let's go that way, shall we? I mean, you can easily swim over here. But since we already have the Seamoth, might as well take it. There is a big nasty over here that you need to watch out for. In fact, it's probably slightly ill-advised to be going over here during the day, or during the night, rather. But we should be fine. It will soon be morning. In fact, the sun's coming up now. One thing to note is the dawn and dusk lighting in this game is actually very good. Keep an eye out for anything mysterious. Like this. I don't think we've... what do we have here? Yeah, this is Lifepod 4. We go in here and check our... we don't have any details for this yet, but... might as well check it while we're here. There's a med kit. Can't get through. There we go. Med kit. We will get the radio transmission about this. There's a log. Eventually, I think there's a radio transmission about this. Creature decoy attracts creatures to its location. Can be deployed by hand or by sub. Cannot be reclaimed once deployed.
New blueprint acquired.
Well, I guess the Lifepod 4 people are also dead. Be sure you check under the Lifepod, because you see stuff fell out here. Scan it. Time capsule. Be sure to scan it before you open it. Ooh. There was stuff inside. Yeah, the time capsule, and there's a battery. The time capsule is one of the more charming and interesting mechanics of the game. We'll be able to make our own time capsule. It's a thing where you power transmitter. It's a thing where you put something in there and leave it for
New blueprint acquired.
other explorers later. Now there is danger around here, believe you me. You haven't seen it yet, but I'm sure we will. Don't you worry. Metal salvage. We picked up so much stuff, I'm probably going to zip back over to our Lifepod. And deposit it. Now, this is a new biome down here. We haven't been down there yet. We will check that out before too much longer.
30 seconds.
Here is something that might be helpful to us. A shell outcrop. I believe we can get a diamond from this.
Remember that
Hey, hey,
materials
hey.
you gather are the property of the All-Terra Corporation. You will be liable to reimburse the full market price. Your current bill stands at 3 million credits. The biomass in this area is dominated by plant life, picking up faint All-Terra vehicle signatures.
Yeah, so I'll get right on that whole debt thing. Don't you worry about that. That's going to be my high priority. Yeah. Well, anyway, we got the diamond we needed for the cutting tool. Now we're not going to go. This is a very important biome, but now is not the time. It's a little deep for our liking at this moment. A little deep. There's some lithium. So we are going to go back to our base and store this stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and fill up our pockets. And that's the way the game goes, but that's fine. You have goals, right? You may have to alter your pathway to them, but you still maintain them. I mean, we could go down there some now, I guess, but
Passing 100 meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased.
we don't have our rebreather, so. Ooh. Lithium? And these outcrops, like that big copper blob right there, giant copper nugget, we will be able to take advantage of those at some point. We're just not quite ready for that. Fear not.
30 seconds.
Some gold. We got pretty lucky finding that diamond in the first, with the first shale that we popped open. I don't know if that's guaranteed. I kind of don't think it is. Cutting it a little close here, but we're fine. Okay. How's our inventory looking? We're just about full. Let's turn the map off. A lot of times the map is distracting. It can be helpful. Particularly if you're in a cave or something like that. Inventory full. I will tell you, it's very satisfying when you get to the point where you can mine those deposits. Alright, see, there's a component here. I will save that for later. I'm not going to scan it. I'll remember where it is. One thing at a time.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
So I'll pop over to the Lifepod and drop off the stuff that's in storage or put it into storage, and then I'll meet you back at Lifepod 4. Alright, on the way back, we found Lifepod 6. And since I was going right by it, I thought, well, may as well just show it off. We are about 650 meters northeast of the Lifepod, our Lifepod 5. There is no marker for this one, so I'm going to drop the beacon here. And we'll mark this as Lifepod 6. Alright. So we're making some decent progress here. I'll check the PDA for this one and for Lifepod 4 when we get back.
Integrating new PDA data.
There's just a chunk of lead hanging out in here. Is that all? Oh, here we go. Ultraglide fins? Ultraglide fins. This ups your swim speed, which is nice to find.
New blueprint acquired.
Let's see, anything else? Oh, yep.
30 seconds. Integrating new PDA data. Oxygen. Passing 100 meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased.
Yeah, I think we've got everything now. It's easy to overlook things in this grass, so it pays to look twice. Okay. Sounds good to me. Now let's head on back to the Lifepod. Now, let's go ahead and... those things aren't really doing any damage to speak of. Let's go ahead and look at Lifepod 6 crew log number 1. Press X to play.
Ma'am, I need you to stay calm. We're not in immediate danger.
Where are the rescue teams?
The Aurora didn't make it.
So, where are the rescue teams?
They're dead, ma'am. We have rendezvous coordinates, but the route's irradiated.
So, what are you going to do?
I'm head of human resources, ma'am. This is not my expertise. But the PDA says if we can find some lead, we can make radiation suits.
Oh, there! I am not setting foot outside this life pod without the proper protection.
Don't worry. I'll go.
Okay, so there's some strife going on inside Lifepod 6. Log 2.
What are you doing?
You were gone so long. I thought you drowned.
Put the flare down.
I was going to try and attract someone's attention.
That's not a distress flare. Stop waving it around like that. You'll catch the fuel line.
Oh my. Let's go ahead and listen to Lifepod 4.
To any Altera crew, Landed in area of significant alien activity. Encountered predators in the Leviathan class, highly aggressive. Spectroscope scanner assigned species designator Reaper. One specimen attempted to swallow the Lifepod, doing extensive damage in the process. Only viable option is to make for the safety of the Aurora crash site. I have retrieved a data box with the creature decoy and enough resources to fabricate a couple of them. The swim's longer than the decoy lifetime, but it should just be enough to keep them busy. If you don't find me on board the ship, presume I miscalculated.
Okay, so when we go to the Aurora, we'll see if we find anybody still breathing. Creature decoy, there it is. Advanced deployable is a catch-all solution for mimicking the behavior of a living creature for purposes of scientific research or predator evasion. Vibrates, cycles air and water, and sends out randomized high-frequency sound waves to emulate a living organism. May be hand-placed or launched from compatible Cyclops submarines. Ooh, Cyclops. Short onboard battery provides limited lifespan, attracts predators of all kinds. Light stick, a mobile battery-powered LED light, which provides low-level lighting in a 360-degree area and can be attached to most surfaces. And the time capsule. These sturdy containers are designed to store written and photographic evidence for later retrieval, in addition to a number of small items. Time capsules are often fabricated by marooned survivors, seeking either to aid those who find themselves in the same predicament in the future, or to leave evidence of their plight, which may be found long after their bodies have disintegrated. Most emergency escape vehicles are equipped with a time capsule by default, usually found in the cockpit and to be jettisoned on takeoff. Altera requests time capsules be stocked with tools and resources, which will aid those who may discover them in the future. Very good. Looking at the time capsule, we got this ion cube out of the time capsule that we found, and I'm not sure what the other thing was that was in there. It flops by pretty quick, but I'll have to look in the footage when I edit. But if you notice that, go ahead and leave it in the comments. Okay, let's see. What modification station, where the standard fabricator atomically rearranged raw materials to form complex devices. The mod station is able to combine complex devices to enhance their function. Most industrial vessels are fitted with a couple of equipment mod stations, which enable engineers to adapt their tools on the fly. To conserve hard drive space, the modification station is excluded by default from most personal emergency blueprint libraries. However, extreme environments such as ocean and desert-class planets may necessitate the adaptation of basic survival tools for unanticipated applications. For this reason, access to a mod station is always recommended. Moon pool. This is the coolest base part, in my opinion. I just love this. The moon pool is an essential module for long-term exploration. Its primary function is as a dry dock for small vehicles, such as the Seamoth and Prawn Suit. The large central chamber contains a pressurized pool, which provides ready access to the surrounding waters and comes as standard with equipment for raising and recharging a vehicle. When outfitted with a vehicle modification station, the moon pool can be used to build and equip vehicle upgrades. Ratings: dimensions 16 meters by 10 meters by 5 meters. Connection point 6. Habitat hull strength liability at sea level -5, equivalent to 4 rooms. Capacity 1 Seamoth or Prawn Suit. High power consumption. Alright, and the new power plant was the thermal one. The first rule of survival in hostile environments is to work with the resources available. If it's 800 degrees outside and you're in danger of burning to death at any moment, you may as well get some cheap, reliable energy out of it. Converts heat energy into electricity. Always take thermometer readings before attempting installation. Core mechanisms are housed in a heat-resistant chassis, but are not impervious to extreme temperatures. The thermal power plant. It's hot. We will be using that at some point when we build a deeper base, the likes of which cannot really be powered by solar power. Now, a lot of these other things down through here, I'm saving for a special video. I've decided that I'm going to do a kind of a bestiary type video where I read about these life forms and show them in action. So that'll be something special that'll probably happen near the end of the playthrough once I've been able to film everything. Or I may do it by biome. I'm not sure. But stay tuned for that. Likewise, the geological data. I will do a video showcasing all the geological data that I find here in sort of a theatrical way, if you will. Let's see, there's one more time capsule here. TK73062639. This is the one we found. Goodbye, my dear friend. If anyone is reading this, beware of the Reapers, and I wish you all the luck on your journey to the depths. That's the message that you put inside the time capsule. We may find some more time capsules as we play. This is a very tender moment that is being shown here. We'll get to experience that for ourselves at some point. Beware the Reapers. Don't fear the Reaper. We'll be okay. We'll be okay. All right, that said, I'm going to head back to the pod, and I will just meet you back at Lifepod 4, the upside down one, and we'll head on over to the Aurora. Okay, we're back at the base. You can see I've gone ahead and pinned some important recipes up here. We're going to go ahead and make the cutter. It's handy that we found that battery just laying around. Let's go ahead and unpin that. Now, we can make the advanced wiring kit. Let's see, I have a wiring kit that I made. We'll use that. We need a computer chip, which we need table coral 4. And the copper wire. I don't have the copper. Let's see. In the metal box. Make that copper wire. All right, that lets us make the chip. Which lets us make the advanced wiring kit. And let's unpin that. Unpin that. Okay. And now we need 2 rubies and 2 titanium. So, gel and ruby. Good thing we have these. Handy, handy. And titanium. There you go. Oh. We're going to make... oh, no, we don't do it with that. We do it with the builder. Herp-a-derp. And the reason I'm doing this is the power cell that's in the Seamoth now is actually getting kind of weak. Let's just pop it in there. Okay, so there's the scanner room. We'll get into big time base building eventually. Getting to the Aurora is the first step in that process, as well as a step toward developing much greater self-sufficiency. It would be nice if we could put this on the ceiling, but we cannot. Can we put it under the fabricator? Yeah, that's good. Well, if I didn't flub up as per usual. It is kind of fun to just see how compact you can make a base. Let's get this. We're going to switch out the power cell. Will do. To do that, you get down to the bottom. There's the power cell right there. Press A and switch it out. And again, we don't have tremendous power generation going on here. But we should be okay to pop this in. Yeah, it's okay. All right. Need fluid intake. That we do. Keep one first aid kit with me. Let's see. We don't need the cutter to go to the Aurora. Don't need it. I'll take the scanner. Don't need the habitat builder. Don't need the air bladder. Yeah, we should be good. Now, the metals box is getting kind of full. Getting kind of full. Salt. We'll go ahead and make some more water because we need it anyway. Two, three, four. And we need food too. We're always needing some food. Might as well catch these bladderfish because they're clogging up. We want more food fish, you know. Okay, so close. How's the power cell doing? 92%. Okay, let's make some bleach. You fool, you need to make the water first. Alright, so, you know, this is a pretty comfortable amount of water, I must say. Might not be a bad idea. Now, we find some food in the Aurora, if memory serves. Okay. Metals, this is full. Okay, let me... Yeah. Let me go ahead. Take this back out. And just, make another locker. Come in, come in, come in. Close, close, close. There it is. One day I'll get used to it. I'm going to make two. Alright. So this one... We'll call rare metals. Rare metal, that's fine. Lead. Ion cube's not really metal, but I'm throwing it in anyway. Gold's not really rare, but I'm throwing it in anyway. Again, we're very close to making more of a long-term base, so, you know. That's good. That's good. We just got a radio message. I'm going to ignore that. That is probably going to be the sunbeam. It's okay. Power cell's fully charged now. It's okay. You can let it be. Wait, what? Throw that in. Okay. Let me make sure that I'm ready. I need the propulsion can and the scanner. Don't really need the Sea Glide because I've got the Seamoth. I've got the knife. Flashlight. Repair tool. I don't think I need the cutter, but I may as well take it. What the heck? I think we're in good shape. Why is this in here? Here it is. Zap. we'll keep it. We'll keep it. Okay. So we're in good shape now, I think. I'm going to save it. Please wait. Okay. It's getting dark again. I'm going to adjust my settings. Let's put things the way we usually have them. Knife in the middle seems fine. Flashlight on one of the ends. Scanner on the other end. Repair tool. Propulsion cannon. There we go. That should be fine.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
So, crash into the life pod. It's all good. All right. The Aurora. There it is. Let's go this way. Watch out, fishes. I said watch out, fishes. Bloop. Then there's our Lifepod 4 beacon, or Lifepod 6. We can go ahead and turn that off. I need to see it. We didn't leave a beacon at Lifepod 4, and we didn't make a beacon to bring with us, but that's okay. For this little mission, it's not super necessary. Although, I don't want to watch... I don't want to have that pinned recipe up there forever. Sorry, folks. That was bugging you. I'm going to check. Have I scanned this little dude here? Yeah, Rouge Cradle I have. I'm pretty sure I've scanned everything on these that can appear on top of these guys, but... Oh, don't crash into my ship. You're going to crash into my ship. A very beautiful creature. It's fun. Get a little run and go and then surface. There's Lifepod 4. Again, if you're at the Lifepod 5 where we start, and you just sort of point yourself toward the bow, or not, actually this is this the back of the, is this the back of the Aurora? I've forgotten. Anyway, point yourself toward the east. You'll be fine. You'll come right across Lifepod 4, no problem. It's just a wonderful texture there. I know a lot of resources were cut back to ensure that the ocean itself looks and functions as good as possible, because that is sort of the star of the show here. Again, make sure you got your radiation suit on, including the helmet, or you'll get fried out here.
Life form readings in this region are sparse.
I'll bet.
Aurora's radioactive fallout will have devastating effects on the alien ecosystem if not contained within the next 24 hours.
Yeah, well, I don't know that I'm going to be able to do anything about that, but we'll see. Now, watch out for these little guys here. They will attack you, cave crawler. They kind of do chip damage, but it'll add up eventually.
Warning: ship's structural integrity is low.
Just give him a
Fire
smack.
suppression equipment and laser cutters may be required. Exploration is conducted at your own risk.
Yes, understood. Medkit. So just keep moving, and they won't be too much trouble for you. So this is basically a hellscape, you know. My goodness. My goodness, it's terrible. Probably, you know, you could probably propulsion cannon them, but...
Caution. Scans show the digestive tracts of nearby life forms contain human tissues.
Ugh. See, they're real hard to hit. And they take several knife blows to actually stop moving, so... See, there's all kinds of things to salvage around here. Oh. I'm glad that we timed this so that we're out here at night, because this is much more impressive at night. Look at this. I don't know, would you come here and climb around in this radioactive wreck? I guess it all depends, right? Does survival hinge upon it? Oops, I just got burned. Watch out for that. Now you can bring a fire extinguisher with you as it suggests, but there's also one right here. There's also a ton of med kits. You don't need the fire extinguisher here. You can just walk through. We just came from the airlocks. Yeah, we're going to need this flashlight because it is dark in here. Propulsion cannon fragment.
Aurora systems are running on local reserve power, unable to remotely download black box data.
Okay, we have this.
Exiting sleep mode. Loading voice recognition. Engineer Barclay and Chief Technology Officer you identified.
Drone, get me a propulsion cannon.
Repulsion cannon retrieved.
Hey, Berkeley. Install that circuit box with that repulsion cannon and you'll punch a hole in the cargo bay.
Damn it, Drone, I said propulsion, not repulsion. Recalibrate sensors.
Senses recalibrated.
Sensors aren't the problem. I tweaked the program. It's like you now. It doesn't like being told what to do.
Drone, I know...
His name's Albert now.
Jeez.
Albert, I know it's not your fault, but it would really help me do my job if you'd bring me what I asked for. Thanks for your time.
Propulsion cannon retrieved.
Thank you. Now go away.
Entering hibernation mode.
Boss, this hobby of yours isn't making my job any easier. Or safer.
Maybe so, but it's all that's stopping me from being so bored I take a spacewalk in my skivvies.
That bad, huh? Okay. So if you didn't have the propulsion cannon, there's a fragment right there to get you started. Or should still need some. Let's pay attention to what we're doing, shall we? So administration is this way. Let's check it out. Now we're going to need the fire extinguisher for this. Obviously. Put it out. Put it out. Don't set yourself on fire. That was a smooth move. Okay. PDA. Notes to self.
Integrating new PDA data.
So here we are, finally in open space. We crossed the galaxy to install a phase gate, to send ships to mine resources, to build more expensive ships, to install fancier phase gates. Are we trying to exhaust the galaxy or just ourselves? 1806 Yu's birthday. 40 weeks before we get home. 400 weeks. It feels like before we get home. Not enough. Credits Altera's paying me. 1454 Cargo Bay Code. Let me write that down. And we need a med kit. We're in terrible health. That happens when you catch yourself on fire. I mean, come on. See if we can find anything else in here. Anything good. There's a trash can. We'll definitely have one of those in our base. There's a battery. Need that. So this must be the guy's office that was getting frustrated. You know, yeah, okay. I started to say, what is the jump button? This is our first excursion on, well, quote unquote dry land, right? Download data. Altera launches the Aurora.
Integrating new PDA data.
You know what? Give me a moment here. I'm going to turn this PDA pause thing back on so that it's not shaking while we read these things. Altera launches the Aurora. Altera launches the Aurora. Phase gate announced for the Ariadne arm. Altera launches the Aurora. Boy, repetition. You know, we're gonna bore it into your head. Anyhow, the furthest reaches of inhabited space are due to expand as Altera Corp launches a newly constructed capital ship carrying a phase gate bound for the Ariadne arm. Now, let me pause right there and say, if you are reading a news story or press release that is like this, that features a lot of repetition, and it's a sign that it is propaganda or sugarcoating or something like that. And this is coming from someone who was a newspaper editor for many years, and owner. This is the kind of thing that you watch out for, because when you're running a newspaper, you get a lot of press releases. And you have to be aware that you don't need to be the kind of newspaper that just reprints the press release in most cases. And in some cases, yeah, you can basically just run the release. But if you're dealing with a big corporate thing like this, it's a good idea to do the research. Yeah, use the press release as a primary source, but do the digging. Okay. And one of the red flags will be if there's a lot of repetition in the release. Anyhow, just throwing that out there. Let's get back to this document. The Aurora will travel from a space dock on the edge of Altera space, making hundreds of consecutive phase jumps through nine different Transgov authorities, and arrive on the far side of the Ariadne arm in 3 months' time. From there, the command crew will pilot the ship beyond the final phase gate, arriving in the next solar system approximately 18 months later. So, presumably, Aurora was on its maiden voyage when this tragedy struck her. There, the elite team of engineers will begin a 6-month construction project on the new phase gate, a multi-trillion credit investment. In the absence of existing infrastructure in the region, the vessel is equipped with advanced thermal and nuclear power facilities. Great. Altera Corp currently operates 9% of all phase gates in the galaxy. If the Aurora's mission is successful, Altera will have outmaneuvered a cabal of Mongolian corporations operating a range of outposts and mines in the region. Well, ain't that great for us? Let's drink some water. Okay, we got the data. I think we're good here. Anything else? That's just a fire. I think there's anything behind it. Can you get this? Oh, yeah. I almost left the poster, people. Can you believe that? So that's administration. Let's check the cargo bay 3. Here is where you're going to need your propulsion cannon. Now, you can jump over this to get in, but it used to be that you could not jump over it to get out. Just checking these boxes. So that may not still be the case, but just something to be aware of. You know. So let's grab the box and put it over there. Grab the thing and put it over there. Grab the thing and put it over there. Grab the thing and put it over there. Wouldn't this be handy in real life? Yep, sure would. Another battery. Love to see it. Because we didn't bring any batteries with us. Another battery. Here is the door where we need the code.
Scans of damage to Aurora do not match any known offensive technologies.
One, no. No. 1, 4, 5, 4. And that code never changes, so just something to keep in mind. For another playthrough, it'll always be 1454. Do some scanning. Floodlight. That'd be handy in a deep sea base for sure. The standard issue floodlight is designed to focus. Thank you. Designed to focus a bright beam of light in a single direction, useful in all kinds of industrial and emergency operations. Functions in all known environments. Hey, hey. That's what I say. Too bad we can't scan the forklift. What do we have here? Cyclops engine fragment. Scan it. Oh yeah. Cyclops. Man, this is going to be so sweet. But we are a ways from getting it. But here we have our introduction to the Cyclops. The Cyclops is the most popular and reliable deep-sea submersible in the galaxy. By comparison to the competition, it can be crewed by just one pilot, hence the name. Wouldn't that be cool? It features 3-speed manual piloting controls and forward observation deck for precision maneuvering, dry dock for transportation, maintenance, and recharging of scouting vehicles, extensive storage solutions in the keel hold section, internal and external video feeds, onboard AI for threat detection, extensive customization options. Advice for captains: higher speeds generate additional noise which may attract undesired attention. Power consumption: engine off 0%, slow 25%, standard 50%, blank 100%. Silent running mode may be activated in conjunction with any speed setting to reduce noise close to zero at a substantial additional power cost. Cyclops upgrades may be fabricated at the terminal in the engine room and installed at the neighboring panel. Top speed 8 meters a second. Acceleration 3 meters per second. Power: replaceable power cells. Dimensions: 54 meters by 14 meters by 12 meters. Persons 1 to 6. In B, the Cyclops does not feature habitation quarters. It is recommended the captain draw up a rota to decide who gets to sleep in the corridor each night. How nice. Automatic fire suppression. Hull damage and high speeds increase fire risk, so keep that in mind. You'll have to fight fires yourself. Emergency ballast. In the event of full system failure, this vehicle will sink. Good to know. You can, in fact, turn the Cyclops into a mobile base. And that is, of course, what we will be doing. But this is sort of a halo goal for us right now. Get them batteries. Love to see them. We have a new blueprint, apparently, as well. Well, we'll look at that later. Okay. So we're on our way to Cyclops ownership. Again, it'll take a little while, but that's okay. This place is dangerous, yes, but at least it is. Can't get up there, really? Are you serious? Okay. At least we don't have to worry about running out of air, you know. Check these boxes and things well. Hey, look, there's another part. Another engine fragment. 2 of 3. So if we go here, there we go, Cyclops. We have 2 of 3. I do believe that there are 3 overall parts of the Cyclops that each have 3 components you must scan. So there's 9 scans involved. The repulsion cannon is something we heard about in that data pad, but we don't have any data on it yet beyond that. Okay. I see there is a shiny over there, which we will get shortly. And I really want the forklift. Admittedly, underwater use is limited. Look at the smoke up there. Dangerous. What have you got to say? Transgov profile, Altera Corp. One of the largest suppliers of spacefaring technologies and consumer electronics in the Federation. The official supplier of the TSF. Consistently ranked among the galaxy's best employers. Began life as a defensive manufacturer in the mid-22nd century. National motto, get what you deserve. Well, that sounds Trumpian, doesn't it? Although most transgovs can trace their roots back to Earth, Altera, literally meaning by Earth, is the only one brazen enough to take its name. During the expansion, Altera supplied arms to all sides, acquiring and housing a vast colonist workforce, and making the transition from manufacturer to corporate state. Altera's threat to cease trade was one of the turning points in the conflict, bringing about the end of hostilities and the signing of the Charter. Big C. Free enterprise within Altera space is encouraged, but competition is tight, and all goods exported off-world must be Altera branded. Profitable businesses are bought out by the state, owners ascending to the board of directors. Well-known Altera technologies, like the Cyclops submersible, originated with such private enterprises. Despite superficial similarities to national governments, the corporation's lawyers have always maintained that it has no legal obligation to its employees, but voluntarily elects to take on the roles usually served by democratically elected government. This claim has not yet been tested in Federation courts. My. Okay. One more quick gloss here. Don't catch yourself on fire. Okay, we went over there. Now, be careful. If memory serves, there's some... Oh, there's that. There's some nasty critters in the water here. Yeah, there's nothing on this lift. So get your knife ready. There was a critter on my desk just then. Those little suckers. I believe they're in here. Yeah. Get them. Okay. Just let it suck on you. That's fine. Okay. What do we want here? There's some water. Don't drown. There's no pathway here. That's fine. Another forklift. Now, here we go. Seamoth Bay. This is good. We want to go here. Just repair this door. This is coming back to me now. This actually is the main reason we've come in here. Because right over here is... Oop. Seamoth Depth Module Mark 1. And we're going to plop that in our Seamoth, and that's going to let us go down to the Jelly Shroom Cave. What do you have here? VR Sweet Log.
Integrating new PDA data.
Okay. Desert Island Drama.VRAT. 3 players, resources normal. Spawning players on beach. Player 1 has been washed away due to unusually high tide. Player 2 has traded a coconut with Player 3 for 10 credits. Player 3 has planted a coconut. Players are getting hungry. Player 3 has a coconut tree. Player 3 has eaten a coconut. Player 3 is no longer hungry. Player 3 has traded a coconut with Player 2 for 30 credits. Player 3 has eaten a coconut but is still hungry. Player 3 has traded a coconut with Player 2 in exchange for building a tent. Player 3 is sleeping inside their tent. Player 2 is cold. Player 1 has dysentery. Night falls. A passing ship is offering trading. Player 2 has traded 30 credits for a musket. Player 3 has been shot twice in the head while sleeping. Player 2 wins. Player 2 has died from cold and starvation.
Down Grand Bahama, neath the stand-up palm, on an island called Green Turtle Cay, people sit and stare at the man who's there, counting coconuts night and day. You'll find him dressed in a cape in the island sun, got no time to rest till his counting's done. Never gets depressed cause he's having fun. He's the coconut counting man. Tell everybody now.
I'm the coconut counting man.
Everybody.
He's the coconut counting man.
Watch him count now.
A 1, 2, a 3. Oh, yeah, 4, a 5,
All right.
a 6, a 7.
Give me more
I
numbers.
love it. Wonderful coconuts.
Wonderful. When the tropical breeze blows the nuts from the trees, everybody spies while he's counting. Oh, they glow and smile cause his coconut pile is growing big as a mountain. Sure as stars are bright and water's deep, he'd rather count all night than go to bed and sleep. He counts coconuts instead of sheep. He's the coconut counting man. Tell the people.
I'm the coconut counting man.
Everybody now.
He's the coconut counting man.
Watch him count.
16, 17, 18,
19,
19. Yes.
Oh, yes.
20. Oh, I love these
big
coconuts.
Numbers. Wonderful. I never got his name, don't know from where he came, but there's one thing that is true. No coconut amounts too big for him to count. You can count on him to count for you. Everybody now.
1 and 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yes.
It's wonderful to be alive. Yes, I'm so proud as proud can be that I've been a coconut counting man.
Everybody
He's the
now.
coconut counting man.
Once again now.
All right.
Coconut counting man.
Once again.
I'm a
Now.
coconut counting man.
Let's hear it count.
Yeah.